Happy Mindful Monday, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about guilt. I thought that this would be a very fitting topic, especially because last week's video was on self-care and the permission to grant yourself that time to yourself if needed, that once a week, one day a week, reading a book, taking that time to recoup, and how important it is to do this, because when we recharge, we are better able to help others again. We're better able to serve others again. We're better able to love others. So, today I want to talk about guilt real quick. So, if you've watched the first videos that I have created, we talked about indicator lights, emotions being our indicator light, and figuring out what the need is, what it points to. So, not just getting stuck in the whirlwind of the emotion, but looking further at what triggers it, as well as what it points to, what the need is. So today I specifically wanted to speak about guilt, and for those of you who haven't watched the video yet, or it's been a little while, we're going to do a quick refresher specifically with guilt. So let's say that you are experiencing guilt in an area of your life. Now, this could vary. It could be based on your beliefs. It could be something that you feel like you've let someone important to you down. It could be something like your loved ones, or you've let your loved ones down, maybe something at work, maybe a personal failure. It could be very many different things. And as I've talked about before, everything that we experience is largely connected to our beliefs and our expectations. You'll have to watch that video to get more on that another day. However, today we're talking about guilt, and so the indicator light would be guilt that comes on. The triggers would be the different scenarios that I just mentioned, and then we would take it a step further and look and listen to what the need is behind it. Now, once we discover what the need is behind it, we feel more confident to assert what our needs are, and we're better able to take on the situation. But what do we do in a situation where we feel guilty? So there is good guilt and there is bad guilt, okay? So the good guilt would point to what can you now do about the situation to make it right. It would point to making it right. It would point to a solution, or maybe you need to think further on what that would be, but it would point to, I need to make things right with that person. I need to make the situation square, whatever it may be. Bad guilt would point to you and just badger you, just continuously make you feel bad, and then it would lead into other thoughts of not being good enough, not being worthy, and all those kinds of negative self-talk and the negative thought patterns that we've talked about in some of the other videos. That would be bad guilt. So it's important to distinguish the difference between the two and move towards good guilt. If you are experiencing bad guilt, it is now important to recognize that it is just hurting you, and that you're not going to move further, and that it is not healthy. That is taking the first step. Then from there, you can work towards what the healthy way would be to deal with that guilt. And if you need further help, you can give me a call or message me to book an appointment. If you have discovered that it is good guilt, which there is nothing wrong with having a negative emotion from time to time, no matter how we perceive it, as we've talked about before. It is time to make things right. It's time to make that phone call to the person you've been avoiding, maybe that loved one, to make things right, start a new year afresh, building relationships. Until next week, happy Mindful Monday.